Chapter 2 Biological Classification. Aristotle first classified plants into trees, shrubs, herbs, and animals into the animals which have red blood and the animals which don't have red blood. Then Linnaeus gave a two kingdom system, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. R.H. Whitaker gave a five kingdom system, that is kingdom Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So let's talk about the characteristics of the five kingdom. First is Monera. The cell type of Monera is prokaryotic. You can remember this by Monera has ONE, one. This is the only one which is prokaryotic. Other four are eukaryotic. Now cell wall. Cell wall is present in all the kingdom except Animalia, it is absent. In Monera it is non-cellulosic, that is it is made up of polysaccharide plus amino acid. In Protista it is present in some. In fungi it is present but it is made up of chitin. In Plantae it is made up of cellulose. Animalia it is absent. Now nuclear membrane, again it is absent in Monera and present in all the four remaining kingdom. Body organization. Body organization is in Monera it is cellular. In Protista it is also again cellular. In fungi it is multicellular or loose tissue. In Plantae, tissue and organ, and in Animalia, tissue, organ or organ system is there. Now mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition is autotrophic in Monera. Autotrophic means it is chemosynthetic and photosynthetic. Also it is heterotrophic, that is saprophytic or parasitic. In Protista again it is autotrophic and heterotrophic. In fungi it is only heterotrophic, that is saprophytic or parasitic. In Plantae we autotrophic, photosynthesis, and it is heterotrophic in Animalia. So let's start with the kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera contains bacteria. Bacteria are the sole members of this kingdom. Bacteria are abundant everywhere and it is of four categories based on shape. So if the bacteria is spherical, it is called as coccus. If it is rod shaped, then it is called as bacillus. And if it is comma shape, you can look at this. If the bacteria is comma shape, it is called as vibrium. And if the bacteria is spiral in shape, we will call as spirillum. So this is a spiral bacteria containing the flagella at the end. This bacillus contains spore at the end. Now, as earlier discussed, bacteria are autotrophic or heterotrophic. Autotrophic means they synthesize their own food from inorganic substances, and but the vast majority of the bacteria are heterotrophics. That is, they depend on other organism or on dead organic matter for the food. Let's discuss a special type of bacteria called archaebacteria. These bacteria live in most harsh habitats. Like halophiles, these bacteria live in extreme salty areas. You can remember by the mnemonic halt and salt. That is, halophiles live in salty areas. Thermoacidophiles, as the name suggests thermo, they live in hot springs. And finally, methanogens. Methanogens live in marshy areas. M for methanogens, M for marshy areas. They live in the gut of cows and buffaloes and produce methane, that is the biogas, from the dung of these animals. Now you may be wondering how these archaebacteria are living in the most harsh habitats. So the answer is they have different cell wall structure which makes them able to live in the most harsh habitats. Now let's discuss about eubacteria, that is true bacteria. They have a rigid cell wall and a flagellum if motile. Cyanobacteria or blue-green algae have chlorophyll A similar to green plants, hence they are photosynthetic autotroph. They are unicellular, colonial or filamentous freshwater or marine or terrestrial algae. The colonies are surrounded by gelatinous sheath and they form blooms in the polluted water bodies. Example, nostoc and anabaena can fix the atmospheric nitrogen in specialized cells called as heterocysts. So in the diagram you can see this is the heterocyst. These are the specialized cell in which the atmospheric nitrogen is fixed by nostoc. That is, nostoc is a filamentous blue-green algae. Now, chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria. These oxidize the inorganic substances, that is nitrate, nitrites and ammonia, and produce ATP. They have a role in recycling the nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron and sulfur. Heterotrophic bacteria, most abundant in nature, and they are decomposers. They make curd from milk and produce antibiotic. They fix nitrogen in legume roots, and some are pathogenic like cholera, typhoid, tetanus and citrus canker. The bacteria reproduce by fission. Under unfavorable condition, they produce spores. They also reproduce by a sort of sexual reproduction by adopting a primitive type of DNA transfer from one bacterium to the other. So, this diagram is showing a dividing bacterium by fission. Cell membrane, cell wall is there and DNA. Now, this special bacteria called mycoplasma. It completely lack a cell wall. So it doesn't have a cell wall, and it is the smallest living cell known, and it can survive without oxygen. Many mycoplasma are pathogenic in animals and plants. Thank you.